Dust swirled around the junkyard as Mia, a 17-year-old with grease-stained hands, tightened the last bolt on her car. Built from scraps, it was a patchwork of rusted panels and mismatched tires. Her father, a mechanic, taught her everything. Wrench by wrench. The local race was tomorrow, and the town's elite drivers mocked her entry. "That heap won't last a lap," they sneered. Mia just smirked. The morning sun glared over the racetrack. Spectators filled the stands, buzzing with excitement. Mia's car, nicknamed Scrap, sat among sleek, sponsored racers. Kids pointed, laughing at its dented hood. Her dad squeezed her shoulder. "Show 'em what you've got," he said. Mia nodded, her heart pounding. She climbed into Scrap, the seat creaking under her. The engine sputtered, then roared to life. "Tap!" Announcer's voice boomed, listing the racers. When he got to Mia, chuckles rippled through the crowd. "Mia and her Junkyard special," he said. She gripped the wheel, ignoring the taunts. Her rivals in their polished cars revved loudly, drowning out Scrap's uneven rumble. Mia's eyes narrowed. She'd spent months tuning this engine. It wasn't pretty, but it had heart and a few tricks. The starting flag waved and tires screeched. Mia floored the gas. Scrap lurched forward, slower off the line than the others. The lead racers, Jake and Tyler, shot ahead in their turbocharged beasts. Mia stayed calm, weaving through the back of the pack. Scrap's frame rattled, but it held. She knew its limits. "Just wait," she muttered, eyeing the first turn. The real race was about to begin. Jake's red racer hugged the inside of the curve, Tyler close behind. Mia approached, her tires squealing. She took the outside line, risky but calculated. Scrap's suspension groaned but didn't give. She gained on the third-place car, a silver monster driven by a cocky rich kid, Ethan. He glanced over, smirking. Mia downshifted, and Scrap surged, passing him. The crowd gasped. Ethan's jaw dropped. Lap 2 began, and Mia was in 5th. The tracks straightaway stretched ahead. Jake and Tyler were still untouchable, but Mia's focus was on the pack. Scrap's engine screamed as she pushed it harder. Ethan tried to reclaim his spot, nudging her bumper. Mia held firm, her dad's voice in her head. "Drive smart, not scared." She braked late into the next turn, cutting Ethan off. The stands erupted. The announcer sounded stunned. "Mia's Junker is holding its own." Spectators leaned forward. Some cheering, others skeptical. Mia didn't hear them. Her world was the track, the wheel, the growl of Scrap's engine. She passed another racer, a veteran named Carl, whose blue car had twice her horsepower. Carl shook his head as she overtook him. Mia's grin widened. Scrap was defying every expectation. By lap 4, Mia was in 3rd. Jake and Tyler were still a quarter lap ahead, their cars built for speed. But Mia knew the track's quirks, where it dipped, where it gripped. She used every inch, slingshotting through turns. Ethan was back on her tail, furious. He tried an aggressive pass, but Mia blocked him, her tires kissing the edge. The crowd roared. Her dad pumped his fist from the sidelines. The 5th lap tested Scrap's endurance. The engine was hot, the gauges twitching. Mia eased off slightly, letting Ethan think he had a chance. He took the bait, diving inside on a tight corner. Mia anticipated it, swinging wide, then cutting back to steal his line. Ethan spun out, kicking up dirt. The announcer shouted, "Unbelievable move by the rookie!" Mia's heart raced. She was now in 2nd. Tyler was her next target. His green racer was fast but heavy, sluggish in tight turns. Mia closed the gap, drafting behind him to save fuel. She could see Jake's red car just ahead, untouchable, or so everyone thought. Mia's mind raced, calculating. Scrap wasn't built for raw speed, but it was light, nimble. She'd need a perfect lap to catch them. The 6th lap began, and she went for it. The crowd was on its feet. Mia's dad clutched his hat, eyes glued to Scrap. Tyler sensed her approach and swerved to block. Mia faked left, then dove right. Her bumper inches from his. The turn loomed. She braked late, tires screaming, and slipped past Tyler. Second place was hers. The announcer's voice cracked with excitement. "Mia's in second. The Junkyard car is in second." Cheers exploded. Jake was still ahead, his car a blur. Mia knew catching him was a long shot. Scrap was overheating, the radiator hissing. She patted the dashboard. "Come on, old girl," she whispered. The 7th lap was her last chance. The track's final turn was notorious, a sharp hairpin. Jake always took it safe. Mia decided to risk everything. She'd go wide, carry, speed and pray. Scrap held together. The straightaway flew by. Mia floored it, closing the gap slightly. Jake glanced in his mirror, confident. The hairpin approached. He slowed, hugging the inside. Mia went wide, her heart in her throat. Scrap's tires skidded, the chassis shaking violently. She countersteered, barely keeping control. As Jake exited the turn, Mia shot out, her momentum carrying her alongside him. The crowd screamed. They were neck and neck, Scrap's rusty hood level with Jake's gleaming one. The finish line was 200 yards away. Mia's foot was glued to the gas, her knuckles white. Jake shifted, his engine roaring. Scrap whined, giving everything. The crowd was a blur, their cheers deafening. Mia leaned forward, willing Scrap to hold on. The line was seconds away. This was it, the moment she'd dreamed of. The checkered flag dropped. Mia crossed the line, her eyes wide. The announcer's voice was lost in the roar of the stands. Had she done it? The scoreboard flashed. Mia, first place by half a second. She'd won. Scrap had won. She eased off the gas, her hands trembling. The Junkyard car, mocked by all, had just stunned the town. Tears mixed with her grin as she pulled into the pit. Her dad ran to her, pulling her into a hug as she climbed out. "You did it, kid," he shouted. The crowd swarmed, some cheering, others still in disbelief. Jake approached, his face a mix of shock and respect. "Didn't see that coming," he said, offering a handshake. Mia took it, nodding. The other racers, even Ethan, muttered congratulations. Scrap sat steaming, its dents gleaming like badges of honor. The announcer called Mia to the podium. She climbed the steps, her overalls still smudged with grease. The trophy was heavy, cold in her hands. The crowd chanted her name. She looked at Scrap, parked below, and thought of the late nights in the garage, her dad's lessons, the doubters, laughs. This wasn't just her win. It was theirs. She raised the trophy high, and the cheers grew louder. Back at the junkyard, Mia and her dad sat on Scrap's hood, the trophy between them. The stars were out, the air cool. "They'll never underestimate you again," her dad said. Mia smiled, tracing a dent with her finger. Scrap wasn't just a car, it was proof. Proof that skill, grit, and a little heart could beat money and shine. She'd shown them all. And she was just getting started. Word of Mia's win spread fast. By morning, the local paper ran a front-page story. "Junkyard Junkie takes the crown." Kids at school, who once ignored her, now crowded around, asking about Scrap. Mia shrugged, modest. She didn't care for fame. She cared about the track, the tools, the next build. Her dad was already sketching ideas for Scrap 2.0. "Lighten the frame," he mumbled. Mia grinned. The racetrack owners invited Mia back for a regional championship. Bigger stakes, tougher drivers. She accepted, knowing Scrap needed work. Nights in the garage stretched long again. Mia and her dad swapped out the radiator, tweaked the suspension. They laughed, argued, bonded. Every bolt tightened was a step toward proving her win wasn't a fluke. The town started betting on her. Even Ethan. Social media buzzed with Scrap's story. A video of the race went viral. Millions watched Mia's hairpin pass. Strangers called her an inspiration, a gearhead hero. Mia barely noticed. Her phone stayed off while she worked, but her dad showed her the comments, his eyes proud. "You're changing things, Mia," he said. She shrugged, but deep down, she felt it. Scrap was more than a car now. The regional race loomed. Mia arrived with Scrap, now slightly less rusty, but still a misfit among the high-tech racers. The crowd was bigger, the pressure heavier. Jake and Tyler were back, their cars upgraded. New faces, pros from out of state, eyed Scrap with smirks. Mia ignored them, her focus razor-sharp. Her dad checked the tires, nodding. "You've got this," he said. She believed him. The race began, and Mia fell to mid-pack. The pros were ruthless, their cars cutting her off. Scrap held strong, but the competition was fiercer. By lap 3, she clawed to 6th. The leader, a pro named Lara, was untouchable in her black racer. Mia studied her lines, learning. She passed Tyler, then another pro. 5th, 4th. The crowd chanted her name again, louder each lap. Scrap's engine strained on lap 5. Mia coaxed it, gentle but firm. She hit a perfect apex, overtaking Jake for 3rd. Lara was still far ahead, but Mia wasn't chasing her. Not yet. 2nd place, a pro named Dax, was her target. His car was fast but oversteered in turns. Mia waited, then struck on a chicane, slipping past. The announcer screamed, "Mia's in 2nd!" Her dad's grin was visible from the track. The final lap. Lara was a speck, her lead secure. Mia pushed Scrap to its limit, holding 2nd. Dax fought back, but Mia's lines were flawless. Scrap's tires smoked, the frame rattled, but it refused to quit. The finish line came fast. Mia crossed it, 2nd place hers. Lara won. But Mia's podium finish silenced the skeptics. Scrap had proven itself again. The crowd roared her name. On the podium, Mia stood beside Lara, who smiled. "Hell of a car," Lara said. Mia nodded, proud. Her dad hugged her, whispering, "Next time first."